Morning all. I am Dr. Ashokan from Thakur Dental College. I am going to present a topic on examination of oral cavity. My professor Dr. Gnanasundaram always says, mouth is the mirror of the body. It will show all the signs and symptoms. When you are doing examination of mouth, you have to start from the size of the mouth, shape of the mouth opening and jaw. You have to check whether the size of the mouth is normal or smaller in size, microstomia, or bigger in size, macrostomia. Then shape of the mouth, then mouth opening, whether the mouth opening is normal mouth opening or restricted mouth opening or reduced mouth opening. Normal mouth opening is 35 to 55 mm at the interincisal distance. Then you have to check jaw movements like protrusive, and lateral movements. We are coming for interval examination. You have to check both hard tissue and soft tissue. In hard tissue, you have to check teeth and any calculus present. Coming for teeth, you have to check total number of teeth present, missing teeth, any decayed teeth, root stems, wasting disease like attrition, abrasion, erosion. And you have to also check mobility and occlusion. When you're coming for teeth present, you have to check whether it's a partially edentulous or any partial anodontia. Partially edentulous means maybe loss of tooth due to physiology or any tooth removal. In anodontia, maybe congenital missing of teeth. It may be partial anodontia or complete anodontia. Then in soft tissue, you have to check from lips, gingiva, labial mucosa, buccal mucosa, alveolar mucosa, palate, tongue, and floor of the mouth. In teeth examination, you have to check size of the teeth, shape of the teeth, color of the teeth, and eruption status of the teeth, and retained deciduous teeth and supernumerary teeth. In size of the teeth, you have to check whether the size of the teeth are normal or smaller in size or bigger in size. Microdontia and macrodontia. Microdontia means it's smaller than normal size of the teeth. Macrodontia means it's bigger than normal size of the teeth. This picture shows microdontia, generalized microdontia. This picture shows localized microdontia. This is the microdontia of lateral insert. This is called as pig lateral. This picture shows macrodontia. In shape of the teeth, you have to check whether the normal shape or any fused tooth or geminated tooth. What is fusion? Fusion is fusion means it's a joining of two normally formed separated teeth. Gemination means is a division of single two germ into two by an invagination. This picture shows gemination. This one shows fusion. Then coming for color of the teeth, normally our Indian population have slight yellowish white in color. When you have to check whether the teeth color is normal or any discoloration or any color change. First picture shows pink tooth is because of internal resorption. Okay, there is a pink color in the central part of the tooth. Okay, next picture, this one shows non-vital tooth. This shows discolored teeth. Okay, you have to ask patient history of any previous trauma. A non-vital tooth also caused by decay, attrition, or abrasion also. Then generalized, you have to check generalized discoloration of the teeth. This one is amelogenesis imperfecta. This is dental fluorosis. If you are seeing generalized discoloration, you have to ask the patient family history and patient in patient address location. Okay. Why you are asking this? If the patient give history of siblings also affected and it's seen from the birth, it could be amelogenesis imperfecta. The patient is giving history of is coming from any endemic area It could be dental fluorosis. In dental fluorosis, deciduous teeth are not affected, only permanent teeth are affected. So that is the differentiating factors, differentiating feature between amelogenesis imperfecta and dental fluorosis. Then wasting disease of teeth, like attrition, abrasion, erosion. You have to check all these findings. Attrition is wearing of occlusal surface of the teeth. Abrasion is wearing of cervical region. Then erosion is due to erosion is erosion, palatal aspect of loss of palatal aspect of the teeth due to chemicals. Then you have to check missing tooth or any supernumerary tooth. Supernumerary tooth means increase in the normal tooth. Okay, more than normal tooth. That is. Then you have to check root stem and dental caries also. Coming for percussion, after finishing teeth examination, you have to check percussion test. What is percussion test? Percussion test are two types. One is vertical percussion, another one is horizontal percussion. Vertical percussion, you have to percuss vertically. In horizontal percussion, you have to percuss horizontally. Vertical percussion indicates any periapical pathology. Horizontal percussion indicates any periodontal infection. Then you have to check the mobility of the teeth. It's classified by Glickman. Okay. First, class 1 malocclusion, movement of the teeth of 1 millimeter in buccolingual direction, and grade 2, movement of the teeth more than 1 millimeter in buccolingual direction and labiopalatal direction, and grade 3, deposition of tooth in the socket. Then you have to check occlusion, either normal occlusion or any malocclusion. Coming for occlusion, class 1 malocclusion, class 2, class 3. What is class 1 malocclusion? Occlusion of mesiobuccal cusp of maxillary upper first molar occlude with the buccal groove of mandibular first molar. What is class 2 malocclusion? Distobuccal cusp of maxillary first molar occlude with the buccal groove of mandibular first molar. What is class 3 malocclusion? Mesiobuccal cusp of maxillary first molar occlude in the interdental space in between the mandibular first and second molar. You have to check whether the class 1 malocclusion or class 2 or class 3. In coming for soft tissue, first you have to check lips examination. You have to check any ulcer, vesicle, bulle, then any fissures are there. Then you have to check for any swelling in the lips also. Then next is the gingiva. Now coming for gingiva, you have to check size, shape, color, contact, consistency, surface texture, position of the gingiva. When you're checking the size of the gingiva, you have to check whether the size is normal or either any swelling is there or any enlargement is there, or any swelling. Okay. In shape, you have to check any enlargement is there. Color of the gingiva is normally coral pink in color, whether it's reddish in color or any dark pigmentation in color, you have to check. Then contour is scalloped in between the marginal gingiva. Then consistency, you have to check. Normally, gingiva is soft in consistency. You have to check whether firm in consistency or normal consistency. Then surface texture, when you're seeing the surface, normally the stippling is present. Then position of the gingiva, you have to check whether the position of the gingiva is normal or any gingival recession is present. You have to check these are the findings while checking gingiva. You have to check any gingival bleeding is there. Then you have to check any gingival enlargement. When you're seeing any gingival enlargement, you have to ask the patient about any drug intake. If the patient give drug intake of anti-epileptic drug like phenytoin, calcium channel blockers, or any immunosuppressant like cyclosporin, then it could be that drug-induced gingival enlargement. Not only gingival enlargement is produced by drugs, it will also produce by local factors like calculus. So you have to ask the patient history thoroughly. Then you have to check any desquamation, ulceration in the gingiva. Then you have to check the position of the gingiva, whether the gingiva is normal or it may be any gingival recession present. Okay, gingival recession may be localized or generalized. First picture shows healthy gingiva. This is the gingival bleeding and gingival inflammation is there. This is the gingivitis feature. The last one shows gingival recession, calculus. This picture shows periodontitis. Then coming for labial mucosa, you have to check both upper and lower labial mucosa. You have to thoroughly examine any. You have to check any swelling, any growth is present. Okay, you have to check color. You have to check normal color or any abnormality is there. You have to check frenal attachment also. When you're coming for buccal mucosa, you have to thoroughly examine both right and left buccal mucosa. You have to check normal color, any attachment, any color, any changes is there. You have to locate. You have to locate the Stenson duct orifice, and you have to check the normal or any abnormality is present in the Stenson duct. Normally, Stenson duct open in the buccal mucosa at the level of first and second molar, maxillary first and second molar. You have to check any lesion, any growth like this. You have to check in the buccal mucosa. Then palate and volar, you have to check both hard palate and the soft palate. Palate you have to check by inspection and palpation also. Soft hard palate you have to check whether the normal color or any pigmentation or any discoloration you have to check. In soft palate you have to check any inflammation of the minor salivary gland tract. Or then volar, ask the patient to open the mouth and ask the patient to say ha ha like this. You will see the volar movement. Okay, normally volar is soft and is movable. In severe case of OSMF, it is a fixed one. It coming for tongue examination, you have to check dorsal surface, ventral surface, lateral surface of the tongue. Seeing when you're seeing the dorsal surface of the tongue, you have to check any depapillation, any ulceration, then any surface irregularities, like you have to check. Okay. Then when you're coming for when you're coming for ventral surface of the tongue, if it's you have to check whether the color is normal or anything, any change is there, then you have to check any lingual viscosity is present in the ventral surface of the tongue. You're coming for lateral surface of the tongue, ask the patient, open the mouth and slightly put the tongue forward. You put a gauze on the tip of the tongue, slightly pull it out and check the lateral border of the tongue. Any lesion or any ulcer or any growth present. Normally, malignant ulcer seen in the lateral border of the tongue. Then, coming for floor of the mouth, you have to check whether the color is normal or any abnormal changes is there. You have to check any swelling like granula or any growth, anything you have to check. Okay, and you have to check also Barton's duct opening. This is the end of my session. Thank you all.